All right, I'm on hole number 18 of the City of Light tournament. This is hole number 9 of Parc de Paris. Let's go check it out. All right. So on my main account, I'm practicing the max overpower hook shot with the big topper. And we've got that dialed in so that we're trying to end up out in this area, which is in the 415, 420 range. But in this account, my big topper is one level lower, and it's got like 18% less curl, and I can't walk it around the corner because I'm already, I'm not flirting with this rough over here, but I'm close enough to it that I don't want to have to come in on the shot over here. And I want to bring this shot in order to make it. So I'm thinking in this account, let me go back into this account and see what the deal is. In this account, very first day of playing Tour 7, got an Apocalypse. And so it's got a level 4. In my main Ricky account, 2.5 years, 2 years and 2 months, 2 years and 3 months after the game came out, 2 years and 3 months after starting playing Tour 7, I finally got an Apocalypse. So for those of you that haven't got an Apocalypse yet and you're wondering what the deal is, I can tell you it's luck. I got an Apocalypse, a Cataclysm, in the first week of playing Tour 7 in this account. And in my other account, I didn't get a Thor's Hammer, Apocalypse, or a Cataclysm for over 2 years. I will say that I got a Spitfire the very first day I started playing Tour 7 in my other account. So at least I had that going for me. So I'm thinking maybe this might be, instead of a big topper, in this account, it might be better to bring an Apocalypse because it has more curl. And I'm not going to need as big a ball. I'm thinking a Katana, which I don't have any of, which I'm going to have to buy some. And then I'm going to have, now it's a question of where to set it up out here. So with my big topper in my other account, it's like 80 something, and I'm setting up, I'm watching this water waves up. You see where it's blue right here. So when the water's waving up, it comes up to the edge of the blue and you can see the sand, and then when the water waves, when the tide goes out, it comes back out here. So in my other account, I'm watching that water, and when the wave goes out, I'm setting up right at the transition between the water and the sand. And I'm hitting somewhere out in this area with my big topper, and I'm leaving a little bit of the wind in. So I've got a little bit of room out here on this pad. I think what I'm going to do with the Apocalypse here is I'm going to be just slightly off when the wave goes out. I'm going to be just slightly clear water. And we'll go for it. I haven't practiced with an Apocalypse on this shot, so I have no idea where to go out there, how far to move off the deal. But I've got, with my Apocalypse versus my big Tapa, we're talking, in this account, we're talking the difference between 65 and 92, so that's a lot. But in my other account, it's 82, 83 versus 92, so we're not that far out of the realm of possibilities here. So let's see, I got an Apocalypse, a Sniper, a Saturn, a Claw. Everything goes good, it's going to be Apocalypse, Saturn. If everything doesn't go good, it's going to be Apocalypse, Nirvana. And if everything really goes bad, I'm going to end up in the water. Let's not have that happen. But it could. That's the risk here. Usually with these max overpower hook shots, you're on holes where if you miss the shot, you're just in the rough or in the sand. But there are several of these holes where we hit a max overpower hook shot and you mess it up, you're in the drink. And this is definitely the risk versus reward. If you get to the other side, you can get on it too and easily get an eagle. Watch those waves go out. Be right there, just slightly clear water. I'm going to take the wind out. It's 1.6 per ring, so that's 3.6. I'm going to do about a ring and a half. Let's make sure we got everything on there. And I got just about all of it. Now just land on that pad. There we go. Landed on the pad, nice in the center of the pad. A nice forward distance. Very nice. Very nice. Now I could have come in where you saw that where I was on that pad up there. I actually could have come in a little bit on that and been more with either where the wave's coming in when the tide's in, right on that transitional line. I had plenty of room on that pad. And I could have came in just a little bit. So if you've got an apocalypse and you're trying this out, you know, you're going to have to kind of dial that area in down there. But I really liked the landing zone as far as, like, I was almost dead center in the middle of that pad, so I had lots of room for maneuver. When I've tried this in the past using extra mile and a 3 power ball, what I found was sometimes you can catch that just a little too much, and you can end up overshooting it, and you take a really flat trajectory bounce going forward. But an extra mile just does not have enough curl to get it done. Okay, there's my red line for my Saturn. I want to come at it a little high. Just a little bit higher than the hole. Saturn's 1.9 per ring, so that leaves me 6. So it's about a ring and a third. Nice and easy. Hitting it great to the right. If you're going to hit it great here, great to the left is the way to go. You still have a shot, but great to the right's definitely going to put you on the inside of the cup. Ooh! Woo! That's what I'm talking about. I don't know that I've ever gotten an Alby on this hole before. I think I have, but it's always been like a rough thing, and you just get totally lucky. That is amazing right there. I can't believe that a great to the right went in. Usually a great to the right on that hole, it'll drop down too much, so that is awesome. Ended up with a hole-in-one on hole number 17 and an Alby on hole number 18. What an amazing end. Too bad it wasn't the weekend round. The opening round, it's great to do that stuff, and we're trying it out, but that was awesome. I don't normally look at this hole. I've never looked at this hole as a big Alby opportunity. Normally, you come out here, you end up in the rough, get your shot and get on, get your eagle, and in a lot of cases in one-on-one, you'll win just by getting an eagle, because most people don't get that. But if you can get over there in that fairway, that's a whole new experience, getting in that fairway that far up. All right, that was hole number 18 of Parc de Paris. That's hole number 9. Excuse me, that's hole number 9 of Parc de Paris. That's hole number 18 of City of Lights. Let's see where we ended up here. All right, my goal was to shoot a, you're looking for the minus 12, minus 24. I think in the weekend round, really, in order to have any shot up towards the top, a minus 28 is what you're looking for. There's going to be people that are going to shoot better than that, depending on your bracket. But coming in with a minus 28, and in the opening round, or the qualification round, the minus 12, minus 28, that's going to put me super high up in tiebreakers. And that's what you want in the weekend round. Now, a question that people ask me is, how do you know, because like you get into a round, let's say you get up Saturday and you mess around, and the Saturday evening you jump into a bracket, and you get in and there's already 45 people in that bracket, and then as time goes on and that bracket starts to fill up, so you don't really know where you qualified in that bracket, like where your rank is. What I do is I live Pacific time, and the tournament starts at midnight. So at midnight, I get into my accounts and I log in and I jump into a bracket. And those brackets at midnight, when the tournament first starts, there's millions of people around the world just sitting there waiting for that tournament to start. And when that tournament starts, they're in. And so those brackets fill up in about 2 seconds. And so I can, by the time I go through all the little screens that they want and I get back into the tournament, that bracket's already full. And in some cases, that bracket has 100, and I've been in one bracket that had, I think it had 120, 121 people in it. So there's so many people logging in at that particular moment that those brackets fill up instantly. And wherever you're at, so if you open that up and you go and you see that in that bracket you're number one and the bracket's full, that means you're the number one qualifier entering that bracket. And that means you have every single person in that bracket covered in tiebreakers. So if you go in and shoot the -12, -24, and then in the weekend round you shoot a 24, you're going to be the top 24 in the bracket. And that's usually the person the people that are getting like the 9th and 10th with that minimum score, you know, with just a perfect clean round, didn't pick anything up. But if you shoot a 26, you're going to be the top 26, top 25, top 27, top 28. So in order for anybody to beat you in that bracket, they have to score higher than you. If you come into that bracket and you're ranked 27th, that means there's 27 people in that bracket that can beat you in tiebreakers. And those were the 27 that came in with the best scores. So if you shoot the minimum score of 24, 27% of the people that shot 24 can beat you. So you may end up 13th, 14th, 15th if you came in with the minimum score and not getting that top 10. If you come into a bracket in the weekend round and you get into one of those early brackets and you pop up and you're 98, that means 98% of the people in that bracket can beat you in tiebreakers. So the only way you're going to do better is if you shoot a better score than 98% of the people in that bracket. And so that's how I know when I go into those weekend rounds, like what I need to get. So sometimes you'll go, well, how do you know that? I know because I know where I came into the bracket. So I stay up on Friday night until midnight, and then I get into a bracket really early so I can see where I qualified in that bracket. And then I know, like if I shoot the minimum score and if I just have a nice clean round today and I didn't pick up anything extra, I'm still looking at the top 10. But if I start picking up shots, now I'm really putting a lot of pressure on everybody else in the bracket because I've got everybody beating tiebreakers. And it's really important to go into the weekend round with a high ranking because you can, unless you totally blow the round, you've got a really good shot at a top 15, top 10, top 5. And if you can catch a little bit of luck and pick up a few shots here and there, you've really got a good look at, a banner. All right, that was hole number 18 of the City of Lights tournament in the opening round of the rookie division. Thanks for watching.